What's good, good people? Soul Brother number one coming back at you from the top of the chocolate Milky Way, here to reclaim the pyramids. And this evening we're going to be reviewing Valaverse's Crimson Shadow Technologies Praetorian Fury. I finally got my hands on one. Been a minute. I knew I was going to get one soon as I saw the preview form. I think it was at one of the I think it might have been at DFW, well, wherever the preview was done. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, I got to have it. The Praetorian is most likely my favorite Action Force figure, Crimson Shadows. The original one, definitely. Now, the subsequent ones that came out after the original, you had the Elite Praetorian, which was cool. It's all right, and then I like the, they're different colors, and they're not just different colors for being different colors' sake. They have there's a reason why they're those colors. And then you had, after the Elite Praetorian, you had the Praetorian Wraith. Not too fond of the Wraith. The white on that figure, it just wasn't working for me. Now the translucent clear one, if I were to get my hand on one of those were cool. But that all white Praetorian, I'm just not feeling that. But the original and the Praetorian Fury, I didn't think I would like a version more than I like the original one. As you can see that he's flanked by. And I still don't, the original is still probably my favorite. But that Praetorian Fury is bringing that heat. First, we're going to start off with, I'm sure if you're familiar with Valaverse, you know how exclusives come in a shipper box. This one has Crimson Shadows Technologies on it. Nothing else to it. That's going to go away because we're not inbox collectors over here. And here's the actual package that the figure and all his accessories come in. On the side, you got some artwork. I think that's artwork of the figure. So if you get two, you can put them side by side and it'll make a complete picture. On the back, you have a picture of the figure, and this one is with the figure wielding the blow torches. And of course, you got the write-up. Let me see if I can get that position right. And you can pause and read that write-up on the file card if you choose. You see it's worth 3 action points because I think this is a deluxe. And that's about it for the packaging. Standard Valaverse deluxe packaging. Now for the accessories, and it comes with a lot. And I just want to say, for the price that it is, I think this was it $39.99? And you get a figure and a whole bunch of accessories. So we're going to start off with, we got the Valor hands. Comes with 2 extra fists. Green and black. Let's see if you can see those. Comes with 2 C grip or cupping hands. And it comes with 2. These hands are for, I think they may be for the flamethrower. I'm guessing. These hands right here. Comes with the energy shields. These are going to be translucent green. They're a little darker in real life. On the camera, they're coming up They look a little bit lighter than they are, but their green is a little darker. And that's the other one. Comes with the ricochet effects that you port into the shield. I'll put one in for you, one or two. You gotta be careful. I just dropped one. I'll get that later. But they port into the shield like that. He comes with the shell casings for the Gatling gun. If you choose to outfit your Praetorian Fury with the Gatling gun, these are the spent shell casings that come out the side. I think we've seen this before on with the other mini guns. Comes with 2 flame effects. Real sturdy. There's no bend or give to them. Well, I mean, of course, but yeah, these aren't going to droop or anything. Real nice flame effects. And that's what I'm going to be outfitting this Praetorian Fury with, flame effects. I'm going to wind up getting another one because, yeah, I said I was going to get at least 2 of those. He has this firearm that all the Praetorians come with. This one is molded black plastic and with some green. You see the magazine comes out. There's that weapon. And then we have the 2 flamethrowers, breaking all types of Geneva Convention codes. Molded, that green, that's a paint app on it. So it's molded black plastic with the green. And you would port the flame effect in just like so. I don't know if it goes all the way in. Let's see. Nah, I think that's about it. It doesn't feel like it want to go anymore. That's how that ports in on that flame effect. Might as well put the other one in. That's how that fits. Well, let me hold it from that end. You have the tanks for the propellant, black and green. It's the back with the peg. There they go. Now you have, and here are the hoses. You get 2 hoses that attach to it. And we can attach those hoses. They got 2 pegs down here on the bottom. That's where those hoses go. Like so. So it'll be all ready when we decide to equip him. Comes with 2 miniguns. Molded black plastic. You have green paint apps right here. And I think, yep, that turns. The barrels rotate. And like before, you just slide this in one of the, you poured it into one of the barrels. Like so. I think I may would have preferred it in the, I don't know, in the middle, maybe. But this Praetorian is not going to be outfitted with the Gatling guns. That's going to be the other one. This one is going to have the flamethrower effects on. Oh, you got to be careful. That thing will bend if you... And it's bending on me right now. Yeah, that one's not wanting to go in without bending. I don't know why. Maybe it's thicker at the bottom. We'll work it out. Brother's gonna work it out. But there's that one. We'll get that to go all the way in a little later. Here's the ammo belt. You get 2 of those. 1 for each Gatling gun. And here's where the ammo comes from. This also goes on his back. And of course, can't forget the stand. This one comes in the Fury's colors, the Praetorian Fury's colors. The black right here with the translucent green Crimson Shadows logo. You get the 6 foot pegs and the slot for the file card if you want to display it that way. And that's it for the accessories. That's a lot of accessories. Now we're going to get on to the figure. And like I said before, this figure, this color, second only to the original black. And it's real close. If the black was a 10, this one it would be, this color scheme for me would be a 9.89. Almost a 9.9. I'm digging that color scheme way more than, like I said, way more than the white, because I don't even like that white Praetorian. The what is that? The Wraith. And I dig it more than the Elite Praetorian, even though that Elite Praetorian, that color scheme's all right. I may wind up getting one. Then again, I may not, because, you know. But this one right here, hot fire. Hot fire. Starting off with the articulation. Praetorian Fury. Head can go 360. I don't know. Let me see. He can look up about that far, and there's a separate neck piece in there. But as far as looking down, I don't know if he can look down too much, or I need to give him a hot water bath or something. But this one's not looking down too good. And I don't know if that's user error or not. But brother's going to work it out. We'll find out eventually. We will find out. Seeing if he can get that T-pose. As soon as I can line up the joints. Find out where they at. Arms can go up about that much. The Furies do have, I think they do have a butterfly. But I'm not sure how good of a butterfly it is. It's not going back too far. Let's see how far they can come across his chest. Oh, okay. All right then. That's what's up. That butterfly, he can pretty much hands can cross his chest. That's what's up with the butterfly. That's what you want your butterfly to do. He has the bicep swivel. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I think, yeah. This shoulder armor is not allowing me to see that bicep swivel too tough, but there it is. There you go. You can see it right there. You got the double jointed elbows. 360 on the wrist, and the trigger hands are on a up and down hinge. He has that diaphragm cut. Allows generous upper body movement. Allows him to crunch forward that far. Doesn't allow him to go back too much, but then he has, yeah, there it is. Yeah, it does. This is combined with the waist joint right here. Allows him to go back that far. Crunch forward this far. Praetorian Fury. Uh-oh, let me see. Yeah, well, he can almost, he gets a decent Van Damme. Seen better. And I think it may be hindered because of some stuff right here, but Praetorian Fury can get the Van Damme a little bit. And while I'm down here on the legs, you know, you have the drop down hips. But while I'm down here on the legs, you see he comes with 3 extra magazines, and these do come out. Slide out just like that. And he has a sidearm right here. Pretty good looking sidearm. Little green paint apps on it. As always, and it has the hole for the blast effect. Praetorian Fury, he does have the thigh cut. Swivel at the thigh. The double jointed knees. Ankle pivot allows his ankle to go down that far. Go up that far. And you got a rocker on there. And supposedly these arms can come off because these are series, I think, 6, and they can come off, supposedly be able for customizing purposes. Where did they come off at? There we go. Come off just like that. So you can customize. Pop right back in. So if you're into customizing, that's a bonus. I'm not too much into customizing, so my arm, they gonna stay on. Now we're gonna get him geared up with his, what did I say we're gonna do with those flamethrowers. Let me put the flamethrowers in his hands first. And then we're going to I figured I can go further in. And I wonder, am I holding these the right way? Let me see. Look on the box for reference. Yeah, that goes on the bottom. So yeah, these go in his hand this way. Oh, and then you can port that into his wrist like the other weapons. I got it. All right. We cooking with grease. Open his hand up. Get the angle. Got to get the angle. There we go. And port it under his forearm. Like so. Oh, that's kind of heavy. Oh, you see that there? Uh-oh. The weight on that, that's not a good thing. That's too heavy. Look. Unless I'm not doing something right. I wonder if it's supposed to be like that. Now you can, now if it's up that high, it won't go down. But I don't know, the weight on that thing, that those effects might be a little too heavy for those joints. Maybe an issue. We will find out. So I get them all geared up. This one don't want to. Come on, man. What's going on here? There we go. Now this one, yeah, that's a little heavy. You can make it work if you bend his arms at the elbows up a little bit. Now we're going to put the tank on his back. And attach the hoses. And I figure you're going to have to, when you stand them, you're going to have to lean them back a little bit because those flame effects are kind of heavy. And if you don't lean them, you might fall forward like this one is trying to do. There we go. Oh, that's a nice picture. That's nice. We might get them on the stand, put them on the rotation stand, and see how that looks. But that is this is a nice little figure. It puts me up. Look, when I saw this figure, the only thing I could think of was game over, man. You see these things on the battlefield. It's game over. Time to bow out and call it even. definitely time to bow out and call it even with these on the field. They give that look. They just come off like that. Yeah, that's a pretty good, that's a pretty nice little figure there. We're gonna put the, let me put his energy shields on him. And one did fall on the floor somewhere. We'll find that one later and see. You know what? Well, we're going to see how he looks with the energy. Where do I want? I guess I'll put one on the shoulder. And then one on his forearm. But I don't know. This figure looks, all of them actually look good enough without the shields. And that energy, that ricochet effect came out. Put that back in somewhere. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is get him on this, I'm going to put him on this stand and get him on the rotation base and see how that looks as we conclude the video. And there you have the Praetorian Fury kitted out with his flamethrowers. Think that's a real nice look there. I think let me see. Yeah, battery's running dead on that. Let me get him standing upright because he was hunched over a little bit. Yeah, that's that Fury. Definitely going to get at least one more, maybe two of those, because I got to get one outfitted with the Gatling guns. Definitely, most definitely. But that is my review of Valaverse's Crimson Shadows Praetorian Fury. And remember, keep a glide in your stride, a dip in your hip, and we can all wait on the mothership. Y'all be easy.